Hi, everybody. Welcome to what I'm calling 2021. It's not exactly 2021 yet. It's New Year's Eve, so we're almost there. But I love the idea of, after this past year, which has been probably a challenging year in some respect for each and every one of us, some to more of a degree than others, but being the eternal optimist, I think that there's a great opportunity here for all of us to really kind of take a whole new attitude about what we want to accomplish and create in the next year. And that really was the spirit of why I created Going Beyond the Scale at the end of August. And it's really the spirit of what I want to be able to create in 2021. And what I mean by 2021, it's 2020WON. That's the spirit of what I want to have all of us really realize for ourselves in this coming year. Who knows? There could be some other big challenges. It's not going to be easy. We still got the virus. It's going to be a while before we get over that. But I think if there's one thing that we've seen is that it is at least something that we can have a little bit more power to manage. I think we're a little bit smarter about it. So, with that being said, I wanted to just kind of drop in and let you know that I've been doing a lot of thinking and ruminating in the past. What I do at the end of the year is I take about 12 days and I do a blank slate and I start to think about what is it that I want to accomplish in the coming year. And a lot of what I want to accomplish in the coming year is really more and more about moving beyond trying to do things perfectly. I am far from being somebody that ever did things perfectly. But I do find in a lot of the people that I get a chance to talk to and navigate and spend time with that it seems to be one of those things that comes up and we have a big challenge with it. And in the beginning of the year, we have the greatest ideas and plans, and whether you call it resolutions or whatever you want to call it, we have a lot of thoughts about what we want to accomplish. And there seems to be a lot of pressure to accomplish a lot this time of year. It happens in December, like kind of leading up to it. And then like the day before, and I even felt this in the past week, I was like, I have a lot of things I really want to do, and I know I gave myself some time to do it. And then I'm like, oh my God, the days are going away. And I'm like, this isn't going to happen. And then tomorrow happens. And then you're the kind of person where you're like, oh, I had the greatest idea, and I'm just not ready. I need more time. So what I've really kind of learned for myself and what I want to be able to, kind of work with everybody in this coming year is to be a little easier on ourselves about what we think we can do and can't do. And it doesn't mean you couldn't have something that you really go after and some big, aggressive, major, hairy, audacious goal that you want to accomplish. It doesn't mean you can't do that. But what I find is for most of us, we have the greatest ideas and intentions at the beginning of the year. Life happens, and sometimes we accomplish some things. A lot of times we put off things. So this year, in the idea of really helping each and every one of us win in this year, is less about trying to do things gigantic and enormous and perfectly and grandiose, and being more softer and simpler on ourselves to really almost kind of like baby step and really move into things and give ourselves some space to create things that we really are passionate about, things that we feel really good about, things that we want to share with others. So when I titled this Going Beyond the Scale, it really started out because I wanted people to have more freedom around their well-being. Well-being is a broad term. And unfortunately, a lot of us, myself included, and ironically, for being on Biggest Loser, you think that would be a driver. Ironically, a lot of us really spend a lot of time on what we weigh, what size we are, how we feel, like how big our body is. And that's important because obviously if our body isn't healthy and it's not working and serving us, it's going to be a problem. It's going to slow us down. It's going to cause us having issues. But the idea of going beyond the scale is really having what I would call a more balanced way about our well-being and living in general. I will talk about things that have to do with weight loss and eating better and moving and exercise and hydration, all kinds of things that have to do with that. Not that I'm a subject matter expert. It's just I'm like you are. I'm a layperson. I've experienced a lot of it. I know what works well, what doesn't work well for me. And I've also had the opportunity to bring in lots of people that I can interview and put into my podcast, the Going Beyond the Scale podcast. If you're not listening to it, I have quite a few really cool people that I've had a chance to interview in the past year. And I have some very interesting people lined up for this coming year. So what I want to offer for you to think about is I will be here more often than I was in the past. That's my promise to you, and that's my promise to myself, because it's important for me to exercise this conversation with myself and with others. And thank you for your generosity for being here. It really means a lot to me that you're actually stopping in and commenting and taking a look. And please, if there's something you'd like me to be able to talk about or explore, or a guest you'd like me to bring onto a podcast, please let me know. I will be here more often. This is the place that I want to be more connected with everybody, and I'm going to grow this community so that we can have more people that are going to be in this community to support you on whatever your well-being journey is. So this is the end of 2020, squirrely year to say the least. We're moving into what I'm calling 2021. Let's see what we can do together to support each other and to collaborate and to make this one of our best years ever. And what I mean by our best years isn't so much of what we accomplished, but more of who we were able to be true and authentic to ourselves, being a contribution to people that we know and we love that are near and dear to us. And you know what? Being a contribution to people that we don't know, and maybe even some people that we really don't like. That would be a real change of things. I know that would be an area of improvement for myself as well, because it's easy for me to be generous with the people I love and care about, and it's easy for me to be very cold and stingy and distant with people that I don't like. So I'm going to be looking at making that change in this coming year. So thanks again for being here. I hope you come back. I hope you bring some other friends here. And like I said, this will work well for you and for others the more that you can participate and be involved. So thank you again, and I look forward to spending more time with you throughout the year. See you guys later.